In this tutorial video, I'll be walking you through creating the basic shape of these 6 flat widgets. You'll first create the shape just based off of the geometric properties of the shape, and we'll go back later in another video and add the dimensions. Call it freestyling. We're just worrying about the shape, not necessarily dimensions. So the first thing you need to do is save your file 6 flat widgets in your Fusion Cloud. All these widgets are approximately the same size, so we're going to start off with the first one being a new sketch on this bottom plane. And like I said, they're about the same size, so we're going to start off with a 4" by 6" rectangle. And we're going to press X to select that and turn it into a construction line. Widget number 1 has a basic L shape, which is going to start off with a line. You can draw these anywhere. You don't always have to start at the origin. It's going to go up, vertical, over to about here, there, still keeping everything at 90 degrees, and then finish off. Going to hover and then get that horizontal line right there. And it has 3 circles in the part. Circle tool. That circle looks like it's about centered. Remember, we're going to go back later and measure and inspect. Circle there, and then circle there. It appears that all 3 of these circles are the same size, so I'm just going to scale it in a little bit, maybe make this one just a little bit bigger, and press E to extrude a thickness of 0.1. So that's widget number 1, just based off of the geometric shape, not necessarily the dimensions. I'm going to do a new sketch for widget number 2. Rectangle tool again. I'm going to sketch this one below. It's going to be once again a 4" tall, tab over, 6" wide rectangle. Select it, X to turn it into a construction line. And widget number 2 kind of looks like a light switch plate cover. It's going to be a rectangle with another rectangle inside and 2 holes on each end, right about there and there. E to extrude 0.1. Go ahead and get it started by pulling the blue arrow. 0.1. Widget number 3. Rectangle tool again, starting on that plane. Once again, 4 by 6. Hopefully some mastery will develop through repetition. Turn it to a construction line. Rectangle tool, and then it has 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extrude 0.1. Widget number 4. Same thing, 4 by 6. Draw that rectangle for a reference so our widgets aren't drastically bigger than what they're going to be when we dimension them. This one is a square, so just gonna eyeball it, not worrying about dimensions right now. Circle tool, we have a circle in the center, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 circles kind of at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, as well as 1 in each corner. Q, press pull, 0.1, or extrude, press pull, basically do the same thing. New sketch, widget number 5, significantly different than the previous ones. This one is not rectangular base. Start off with the circle tool. Well, still want to start off with that same rectangle. 4 tab 6 tab, enter. Just gonna drag this down, X to make it a construction line. Circle tool, something like that, something like that. And we got another circle here and another circle about like that. Same thing, circle, circle, like that. And we have a line going here to here. I'm purposely going to draw this line crooked just to make sure that we get it nice and horizontal and tangent. So this line is going to be tangent with the bottom of the circle. I'm going to go over here to my sketch palette, go to tangent, and then click on the circle and then the line. Notice how the transition from line to circle is very smooth and it only intersects at one spot, as opposed to this non-tangent line that would intersect here and here. So I'm going to repeat that tangent constraint. Notice these ones are tangent, but these two lines are not horizontal. So I'm going to go to the horizontal vertical constraint and make that horizontal, that horizontal. You can trim your geometry. You don't really have to, but I'm going to go ahead and press T to trim. Trim away that unnecessary shape, line, whatever you want to call it. E to extrude, 0.1. And part number 6, sketch, bottom plane, rectangle, 4 tab 6, X. I'm going to start on the left side of the wrench. Looks like we have a circle, and we can draw a line to trim it away to make that semicircle. Or might be best start off and go to sketch, arc, center point arc, center, go like that, 180 degrees. So that's one way to do it also. I'm going to stick with the circle and then kind of trim everything later. So there's the inside of the wrench shape, and then I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to go center straight up. That gives me a nice vertical line. It's going to go up just a little bit, over just a little bit, got down at an angle. I'm going to go over. I'm going to then, let's try the arc right here. Arc, center point arc. Let's get that center of our circle. Let's get that, get everything all lined up. There we go. Click, click, go straight down, 180 degrees. Enter. That looks good. Line tool. I'm going to draw a line for a little reflection. And turn that to a construction line. Sketch. Mirror. Going to mirror those lines across this mirror line. You don't have to do this, but it does make it a little bit faster. Especially when we go back in dimension, we only have to dimension this top section, and the bottom section dimensions we updated through the reflection. So there's the hole in the end of the wrench, and then we have this slot. We can simply just draw a circle on each side, line tool, go back and make sure our line is tangent with our circle, T to trim. Or, let me go back, there's a sketch, slot, center to center slot or overall slot. Click there, click there. Definitely a lot faster. T to trim, I'm gonna go ahead and trim away that. E to extrude, 0.1. And that concludes modeling the 6 flat widgets to kind of get your 2D drawing skills up to par without any specific measurements. They're approximately the same size, but you're going to go back after you've modeled these. You will then measure each widget with a dial caliper or machinist rule, wherever it fits it best, and update those measurements, and then you will have your 6 flat widgets drawn exactly to size. That's it for the first video.